comment. Say if I started with low tech, but later on decided to develop and so on, which could be considered as a medium tech and high tech. What there is again restrictions? Know that you won't give me the required energy. I am limited to this much of energy as long as I am within the project, or this could be changed later on.
If you start with a low tech and you buy the land for the price of the low tech, so that means I heard it was 33 laris. That means that you do not have a gas connection. So if you want to upgrade your greenhouses and you say, okay, I want to go to the mid-tech, it also means that you have to buy a gas connection. So these are all parts that you yourself in that time have to invest to. So in that case, the upgrade of the price of the square meter of the land will be done by yourself, because a gas connection is a very expensive part of the land. So hopefully so you can always upgrade, but that will be an investment that has to be paid by yourself. Or if you want EAS to make an investment, of course, then EAS can take the cost for the gas connection and everything, but that will have its price as well.
Yeah, that's very clear now. Yes, yes. So it depends on the services that will be provided. And the investor is free to do what he wants, but if he needs the services, he has to pay for it.
Correct.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. This is clear for me.
Okay, and the last part of your question, please, Eberhard.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed Mustafa. You raise a very important point. And as we outlined in the presentation, the plots of land will be developed next year with a very substantial infrastructure investment. And the overall purpose is to create a greenhouse cluster. So when you acquire land or lease land, it will come with use restrictions, i.e. you cannot, for example, build a hotel or some other industrial facility on these grounds. The plots are specifically offered for the development of agricultural facilities, and also benefit from the scientific growing methods that are being trained at the HTDC to achieve higher yields. When it comes to a transfer of the title of the agricultural land, EAS will embed a right of first refusal in the sales contract. In practice, you will be free to sell the land if and when you wish to sell it. However, EAS will look at the potential purchaser, and if the sale of the land within the EAS grounds, with all the infrastructure attached to it, and the use conditions does not meet the EAS requirements in running and operating the greenhouse cluster development, then EAS will offer to you to repurchase the land at that time. So yes, it can be sold, but again, also in respect of a sale, there would remain conditions attached to it. Keep in mind that the EAS 220 hectare development will be security fenced, will have central facilities. So making sure that whoever operates within these grounds operates an agricultural facility is very important to the overall purpose of EAS. I hope that answered your question. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm talking about, I think you made it clear that this kind of agriculture projects, it's been developed by the investor. And later on, another investor, he want to buy it as it is, as an agriculture project. This means he could do that, or he will be subject to certain conditions. I'm not talking about changing the purpose of the land, not a hotel, not anything. It's still agriculture projects being approved by AIZ and developed, but in 5-10 years, another investor wish to buy it.
Well, thank you very much for that clarification. As we outline in the legal documents and the translations, in order to acquire land in Georgia, you need to do so via a Georgian incorporated legal entity, a Georgian company. If foreign investors are controlling this company, then there is the approval process, the investment proposal that needs to be filed, and we are detailing that in the documents that we are providing as part of the RFP. If and when that investment plan changes, then obviously, again, approvals may need to be acquired. But from a purely legal perspective, you would not be selling the land. You would be selling the company that operates the greenhouse facility, and one of the assets of this company would be the plot of land. So from that perspective, to the best of my knowledge, I'm not a lawyer and not qualified to speak in detail of Georgian law, but from my perspective, there are no restrictions in terms of the sale of a company from one legal entity to another legal entity. Always keeping in mind that if the ownership structure changes, for example, from a Georgian ownership to a foreign ownership, and agricultural land is involved, then the approvals from the respective committees through a clearly defined process needs to be sought. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's more clear to me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.